How is the ECOWAS trade liberalization policy impacting your work?
It's a good project because it opens you to that market. And once you get in that market, you're now trading in foreign exchange, so you earn more. And so with the low rate of the high rate of the dollar, the naira, once you are trading foreign exchange, it's good for exports. It's good for us. You earn more. So it's a good scheme, and we're working on. I told you the challenge is just the cumbersomeness of the scheme, but the processes are being streamlined now, so we can fast track it and take full advantage of it.
You are the first grandson of the late nationalist Obafemi Awolowo. Yeah. What burden did that place on you as you were growing up?
Now I see it, I see it every day, and that was just an amazing legacy of what the man left behind. And more you get to read his books and hear about him, his philosophy, and it's just the service to mankind was just phenomenal. This kind of people happen once in a generation. You don't get them, but living up to it, I know I'm always judged by my last name. That is always a judgment. It's always by that last name. Nobody takes just Olusegun and judge you with your contemporaries. You're always assessed and judged by your last name. So times is difficult, but at other times, it's also an opportunity. It's an advantage. And he always said it, because in one conversation I had with him before he died, he was saying, "Oh, you must carve your niche. You must live up to this. You must do this." And I'm telling him, it's difficult. Papa, you cannot. I said, no. You see, you have an advantage. The name will open doors for you. Because I call you. I come, "Hi, my name is Olusegun Awolowo." You say, "Okay, Awolowo." "Okay, which Awolowo?" You want to be sure. I say, "I'm grandson of Chief Obafemi Awolowo." "Oh, okay, yes, come and see me." It opens that door. Now, if I get inside and I talk rubbish, I don't make any sense. You say, "What a shame. What a shame. This man had no children." That's what you're going to say. And then you block me, you don't see me. But if I come and I'm able to impress upon you, then you say, "Okay, oh, that's chip of the old block. Oh, that's good. The man has certain." So that's what my whole life, you try and live that. I say that, look, if I cannot add to the name, then for God, don't let me take anything out of it. At least leave it as it is, so my own children too can enjoy it. So that's the challenge.
I've noticed that none of the Awolowos has taken part in active politics. Was it a conscious decision by the family?
I don't think so. Well, I know when Mama was alive, she was very apprehensive into anybody going into politics and joining it. And even when I took up my appointment, and she was like, "You're going to be flying to Abuja every day. You're going to be this, you're going to be that." And they move your office. I was special assistant to President Obasanjo. Can they move your office to Lagos? How is that possible, Mama? There is a general mention that politics has indeed changed from the time Papa practiced it. I went on many campaign tours with him as a young boy, and I saw how we enjoy. We flew all over the country. Wherever we're going, in most places, he was not staying in hotels. People were vacating their houses for us to live in during that campaign and stay, and people were funding, so it wasn't. So all those things, now you want to go to the Senate, you have to spend so much to get there, and then you get there, how do you recoup your investment, so they say. So many things have changed, and I think that has really been the fair and the thing to go into politics.
What do you think of those who call themselves Awoists?
Well,
who are Awoists to start with?
I think it was people like Chief Ebenezer Babatope that started that time, Awolowo, people that believe in Papa's philosophy and ideology, and you take it and you go about and you process those ideologies, then you're an Awolowo. But then again, it became also an avenue to win elections. You say, oh, I just identify with this man. That's policy, so I'm an Awolowo, I win elections. But what the man has left, for us is, he has left his books. So he has left over 13 titles of books, so you can read and follow his philosophy. Then you can become an Awolowo, and you can practice it, and you can, preach it, and you can do it. And then you have the Obafemi Awolowo Foundation, run by my auntie, also trying to, bring up that legacy for generations that sort of missed out on that, so they can understand what Awolowo was all about. And I think, it's gratifying that, and also a bit sad as well that, after 30 years we celebrate the man, and we still don't have anybody that comes close or to replicate what the man has done. That is a big sadness on all of us as a nation, really, when that's what we can still be reeling out.
Chief Obafemi Awolowo is this larger-than-life figure for the rest of us. But your father died when you were born, before you were born. So I'm guessing that Chief Awolowo was the father figure in your life.
Yeah.
What kind of father was he, outside all of, behind the lights?
Yes, fondest memories. Papa was, the first thing about it, he was very loving. He was very loving, because I'm a grandson, and so he took all of us, all the grandchildren. There's no grandchild that you talk to, the ones that were old enough then to really enjoy him, that did not, enjoy his love. All of us, we benefited from that. We enjoyed it so much. People tell me, you're a spoiled young boy, your mother spoiled you. My enjoyment was not from my mother, it was from Papa himself, and so we had various fond memories. He was the one that would took you for summer holidays. It was the one, taking on drives around Ogun State weekends just to visit people. We had the best memories with him. He was so loving. He had an amazing sense of humor, and he will always defeat you with logic at all points of time. I remember I had an exam. I was in State University, so then he wanted me to even go from home, and I was fighting it, not knowing that the man just wanted me to be close to him. And I was studying exams. I was playing music loud in my room. So he came to the room, he knocked. He said, "Gentleman, don't you have an exam tomorrow?" I said, "Yes, I'm just unwinding and I've read. And besides, we had done this course in the theory of jurisprudence. In jurisprudence then, it was called the theory of recollection." So I told him that, Papa, no, don't worry, I will use the theory of recollection. And he said, "Alas, young man, it's very difficult for you to recollect what you have not collected." So we will always, attack you with logic. And he was very strict. He wanted you to be focused and to do things. But I think many of us then, we didn't even realize how big it was.
Olusegun Awolowo, we thank you for your time.
Thank you.
And we thank you for watching. Please join us next time when the program returns. But between now and then, let's continue the conversation online at channelstv.com. And please follow me on Twitter at MoreDailySY. I'd like to know what you think of my conversation with the NEPC CEO. Thanks again for watching, and see you next time.